Welcome to the True Mind Tarot channel. My name is Julie and this is going to be your love reading for August. So Aries, let's see what's coming up for you. These readings are timeless and also reading energy and not gender. And lovers is jumping out already. Just gonna put it back. Yeah, so it's timeless and just take what resonates. It's a collective reading, so it may not be for you this time, or maybe just parts of it. And also the energies, like I can call like perhaps like your person, but maybe that is your energy. So Aries, like in preparation, I felt a little bit of impatience, like okay, yeah, just get it over with, something like that. Just like, can you just be ready right now? Like, why aren't we done yet? It's just a little bit like, yeah, impatient, like, and maybe not completely understanding why something is taking so long. So maybe it's something you're doing for yourself, or maybe you're waiting for something from your person. Let's see where that is about. We have Queen of Swords jumping out. Just gonna see what's going on for Aries in regards to love for the month of August. What messages are here for? Okay, here we go. Eight of Swords, Temperance, and the Devil in your recent past. Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, interesting for current energy. Four of Swords, Six of Swords in reverse, and Six of Pentacles. Interesting. So I'm sitting on the floor and the cards are not on the floor, but that's why I'm looking down and it's pretty low. It's maybe not the ideal setup. On the bottom we have Three of Cups in reverse. So Aries, it definitely looks like in your recent past you have felt a need to balance, or you were challenged to find balance, and find balance in regards to this Devil energy and the Eight of Swords energy, where you may have felt stuck in patterns, in attachments, in illusions. And I have a feeling it may be in regards to like holding on to hope, maybe not willing to give up on somebody or your person. And also like it's really like these Eight Swords that make you feel stuck, which is very much in the mental space. So it's your own thoughts, and you're actually very like these thoughts are blinding you from what is really going on. And those thoughts I feel like are attached to this Devil energy. So there may be like really like something very passionate, very alchemical, intense energy between you and your person. And it's almost like you are fire and water, and it is a challenge to balance each other out. And it may also be just the energy within yourself, where there may be like a tendency to be either super present and super into it, or retreat mode. So it's a bit hot and cold, hot and cold. And you are hot and cold because there is like, even these cards are hot and cold with the blue here and all the red and flames right here. It's just like when you guys are good, it's like toxic, right? Intoxicating. But then there are moments where your person may retreat, or you retreat, or maybe you both retreat, like two magnets just like bouncing away from each other, where you are, like maybe that's where you are doubting the relationship, maybe you're doubting where the other person is, what the intentions are, possibly your own intentions. There's just something like a push and pull between the two of you in your recent energy. And then if we look at your current energy in regards to love, so for the month of August we're still talking about, it's interesting, like there's a Knight of Cups and there's a Knight of Wands. So knights are definitely like they're messengers or they're action, and somehow it looks like you are carrying the burden of it. It's like, or like the responsibilities with the Ten of Wands. It's like something is super heavy. Like whatever, I wonder. They're super flamey. Like, I don't know, they're both so red, although a Page of Cups is, or Knight of Cups is water. Wands is fire energy. So something is very passionate and there's also some love offer. But there's just, I feel like this may be the same person. This is either you or your person. I have a feeling this is your person and this is you. So there's, like, it's really this devilish energy that may have like transmuted a little bit, like come out a little bit more balanced. Perhaps, maybe this is where you said, okay, whereas before you felt stuck, perhaps you said yes to this, but it results in you carrying the load, the whatever this person is, your person is bringing to you, is a burden to you. Although it may feel intoxicating and maybe this person makes you feel loved, you end up carrying all the responsibilities and all like maybe the not so yummy stuff from the relationship. It seems like, or at least this is how you possibly feel. There's just something, a super intense energy about your person that's just kind of charging forward in enthusiasm and with fire and with passion. And possibly with that energy, this person is not regarding what you need. It's just following what this person, your person, needs. And you end up, and possibly like there may be an issue of boundary setting, where you just keep saying yes, 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 and this person just brings more and more and more. You end up falling down if you keep saying yes to everything, where you maybe should say no sometimes. This keeps you being a little bit of a theme, like the boundary setting in relationships. There's something about like this enthusiasm also that, like, you know, like, and it's a bit endearing too, and perhaps even like flattering, you know, like with this Knight of Cups, like really bringing emotion. So you may feel flattered by whatever this knight brings to you, but you end up carrying the load. And there is this imbalance that is clearly like already a theme in the dynamic between the two of you. So what is moving, like Six of Swords, this is the upcoming energy or like the projected future. Interesting. These are two sixes next to each other. This card is really for me where this is also very much a balance card and like a equal measure of distributing energy or balancing your energies, where there is like a balanced give and take kind of in your relationship. And it looks like you are retreating a little bit, which is understandable. I mean, you definitely like need to take some rest after like carrying all of this. There's a bit of like a retreating energy just to, and look how all those swords are like just kind of pointed towards his heart. I feel like there may be like, there is no Three of Swords on the table right now, but I almost feel like you are almost pondering whether there is a risk of Three of Hearts, or Three of Swords energy, I mean, in which you are the one who is left hurt, sad, abandoned and alone. And I think there's like this, the Six of Swords is leaving the bullshit card, leaving the bullshit behind card for me, but it's reversed. So there's something still of like holding on. You actually have some sort of clarity about what is not serving you and what you should leave behind. And there's something, some of it is just very much in your mental space, very much like thoughts, beliefs that you may have about yourself or the other person that may look like, I will never find another person like this. No one understands me like this person does. This is a 1 in a million chance. Like if I let this go, I'm screwing up. And we see that with this. Like these swords is very much that Eight of Swords energy. And although you see it, you're kind of still like, because the card is reversed, you're still kind of holding on to it. And we saw that in your recent past as well. So you're taking, it does look like you're taking some time to consider and really consider about like, am I going to be one of these two hands waiting to receive some breadcrumbs, hoping to receive that this person is taking some of the load? Do I have to ask this person? Do I have to just say no? And it looks like with this Four of Swords energy, you are pondering this. You are pondering, should I be leaving this situation? How do I cut out the bullshit out? And like, how do I make sure that I get what I need in this relationship? Yeah, so the inequality of holding the space for one another in the relationship, where you may have the tendency to give too much energy out where you're not getting anything in return. And the thing is here is that there's an invitation here, and it looks like you're going to do it, to go within yourself, to find the answers, what the reasons are why you keep saying yes to this devil. Why do you keep saying yes to carry all of this? Yes, and this person may be all like making you feel special, making you feel loved, but it's in a very minor way. It's like in a way that is not fulfilling you, it looks like. So you really need to look at these energies. What are these swords representing for you? And we have some time to actually have a look at it. I made a big mess of all the cards. I just jumbled them all up. I don't know if you can hear that, but that noise you're hearing is the trash being picked up. It's pretty cool because it's just one guy, and it's all done automatically. And I don't know, it used to be 2 or 4 guys, right? Who were doing like now 3 guys. One guy's driving the car, and then you have 2 guys running, picking up the trash bags, and then throwing them into the car. And now it's just one guy with a container and buttons and like mechanical things. I'm pretty impressed by it. So I don't know why I'm telling this, but it does remind me a little bit of like, you are the one who is left alone to carry all the trash out. And like this, where is your person, right? Like, are you the only one responsible for healing the bullshit in your relationship? Because there are 2 people that are responsible for that, and you are part of that as well. Okay, let's see. Just want to see what the Eight of Swords is about, and just have a peek what you might be invited to work on. 8 of Pentacles. That's interesting, right? So it's a bit like it feels a bit like Spirit is just kind of confirming, yes, figure this out. You need to study. Like 8 of Pentacles is working towards something, mastering something, and this is a standstill. And it is here, it's like Spirit is saying, move your ass. You are not stuck as you think you are. and just start exploring. And you might want to look into literature about attachment systems, about trauma bonding, about childhood wounding, about mother wounds, about father wounds. Like it's just like it could be any of those, and it's like I just love how this is 8-8. 8 is a very foundational and structure kind of number. It's also something about like this eternity loop that the 8 represents. So this may be something that is looping for you in several lives or past lives, or different manifestations that you are here in on this earth plane. Oh, so nice how it is quiet right now. So it is like that quiet that I feel right now. That is just like when you are able to drop these swords and take off that blindfold and start to explore what all those things are that you're holding on to in your mental space. You'll find some sort of peace with that, and a quiet, instead of this eternal chatter of like, I don't know, this eternal chatter of self-doubt, about putting other people on a pedestal, about talking yourself down, like all these kind of things. Yeah, so start exploring, start studying yourself, start exploring your shadow side. And your shadow side, I just mean like just the side of you that you don't like to look at, like you just rather keep it in the dark. So it's just part that hasn't received a lot of attention, therefore it's in the shadow. It's not because it's shadowy and bad or something like that. It's just asking for some attention. So I do want to look at that devil energy. Let's have a look. Tell me what the devil is about for Aries in the month of August. I don't know, this is just a bunch of cards. I'm just going to put them back. Tell me more about the devil. Okay. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Either your person, but possibly also your person. This is a very codependent card for me. This is like scarcity mindset. This is where you operate in life in general, but also in your relations, from the idea that you are not good enough and that you need to work really hard to deserve anything. So either this person, your person, may be projecting this idea onto you, and you may be all too willing to step into this role, and maybe it's also already compatible with pre-existing ideas you have about yourself, and this your person may be feeding this, or it is the other way around. And I don't want to say there's anything malicious in it. I don't want to say there's any malicious intent from this person, and your person may be operating from a very wounded place. Doesn't mean that the wounding that is happening in your physical and mental well-being is very real, and there may be very conscious processes in kind of like keeping you down, because it's very convenient for a person to let you carry all the load. There is something intentional about it, and that may just be like a way of operating. I'm sorry to say, but I do feel a little bit like what is called by some people vampire energy, or people that are using other people to feel better themselves. It can be like narcissism, but I really don't want to throw around all these terms, and I feel like I should take that back, because I don't know too much about narcissism in a health space kind of way, except that like it is very interesting to look into. There's a lot of information also available on the internet about narcissism, where people are using other people to either help them to support their projection of their self-image as grandiose and big and powerful, or it is somebody who's, but it can also manifest, and it's called like covert narcissism, as somebody who's actually super insecure, low self-esteem, and is like and this person can be looping and is actually needing other people to constantly validate that this person is actually bigger than he or she feels. I recently started to watch a lot of videos of Richard Grannon, so if you'd like to learn more about that, then maybe he does videos on YouTube and he has Instagram. He's pretty cool. He has a lot about those kind of dynamics in relationships specifically. So I'm sorry if you are in this kind of relationship, and I'm also sorry if you are the one who feels that you need other people to feed off, to validate your image. So is there another card that I like to have a look at? I think this is a pretty clear story, and I think I'm just gonna wrap it up with an oracle card just to give you some advice. What is some extra message or advice for Aries in regards to this spread for the month of August? What is some advice or extra message for Aries for the month of August? The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So I really feel like this especially has to do with this Eight of Pentacles energy, and also this, like when you go into retreat, it's because you are looking for answers and they'll be coming to you. As long as you point your energy, your focus towards yourself, instead of focusing all your attention to this shining knight in armor who's actually a devil energy underneath, which ends up in you carrying all the load. And there's really, the answers are not so much about the other person as it is about yourself, because it is you who is keeping you in this stagnant energy. You can walk away, you can take off that blindfold, and you can just walk away between those swords. So it's really like the answers will be coming from within about yourself. So your focus should be more about you in August than about anybody else. And I really wish you all the best. Take it easy. Do self-care practices wherever you can. And perhaps you can see what happens if you start to say no to your person. And say no, not to reject them, but say no because out of self-love. If you can reach that place. Because really, you don't have to wait. You don't have to be one of these two hands to wait for somebody else to tell you what you deserve, what your self-worth is. That really should be coming from yourself. If anything at all, you should be that one who is handing out pentacles, and not pentacles to kind of like put people in their place, but because it's coming from your heart and you want to share. So that is your message, Aries. I wish you all the best. I love you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.